inside, away from windows, as police search for the suspect. So an active shooter, again, on the campus of Delta State University in Cleveland, Mississippi, and we'll get more through this breaking news as we get information into the newsroom, of course. And if you slept through the night, you probably didn't know that storms hit the valley and really hard out in the Buckeye area, where they got at least a couple of inches, right?
Yeah, and down near Gila Bend especially. I mean, and for the deserts of the state, it doesn't take much to get those washes flowing. They got about 2 inches is what we estimate in a very short amount of time. Most of the valley got about a ½ an inch or less. Still, that's pretty impressive, and we're now up.
Obviously, the motive being to shoot. But the reason why somebody would do this, why they would have been on this campus, that's part of the story. Many of the questions that we're asking right now. We'll bring you up to speed as we learn more.
Carly Fiorina turning the tables on Donald Trump. It comes after the billionaire businessman made some unflattering comments.
We got your matzo chicken soup with the matzo balls.
We do. Everything from scratch, homemade, from the one and only Chompies. They're celebrating, of course, today, and we'll talk a little bit more about their traditions and, of course, make some delicious food.
So, the Hooner is off on the Jewish New Year.
Yes, he is. Speaking of Chompies, you got to love taking your kids there.
Kids love
it. They all scour to like the bakery section.
Those black and white cookies.
Yeah, and pick out all the sprinkles and the little cakes made into frogs and things like that. Yeah, they do a great job.
I said this before, I'll say it again. Chompies, the Jewish deli and the Jewish bakery, make the best Italian pastries.
That's what you've always said that.
Yeah, the cannolis we get for Christmas and the holidays.
Those little, hard cookies to dip in coffee.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah, they're doing a great job there. All right, well, so we're excited about having them in studio this morning. In terms of the news, good morning, everyone. Let's get started. We're staying on top of a Fox 10 News alert for you. Sky Fox over the scene of a bad crash on the Loop 101 and the 51 up in the North Phoenix part of the valley. Take a look at this. Wow, what a mess it is for drivers there this morning. New information just coming in within the last half hour or so is that this is a 6-car crash. 6 vehicles involved in this crash. You see plenty of emergency crews out there, including some DPS troopers working to help these people and figure out exactly what happened. 3 people have been taken to the hospital, all hurt in this smash up. At this point, we are hearing just the inside lane is still blocked. Traffic is moving around the scene using some of those outside lanes for folks trying to still get through. Silent Witness needs your help this morning to put a man behind bars who held up a South Phoenix 7-Eleven. Check out some surveillance video that we have for you. You can see the suspect charge into the store, and he almost looks right into the camera. Here he is walking in the store. He's on the cell phone and kind of almost looks right at the camera. Then he walks behind the counter right here with a large knife and points it towards the clerk.
When somebody goes to this level and uses a weapon in such a way that, as you can see on the video, it's extremely scary.
Yeah, absolutely. Here's another look at this guy, and if you know anything about this case, any information about who he is, you can call the authorities. The store is located again near 16th Street in Southern. You can remain anonymous. That number for Silent Witness, it's 480-WITNESS. New this morning, Defiant, Kentucky County Clerk Kim Davis, she is back on the job this morning, and she continues to refuse to issue marriage licenses. She says she won't interfere with her deputy clerks, but she also says she won't authorize any gay marriage licenses.
And so this morning, I am forced to fashion a remedy that reconciles my conscience with Judge Bunning's orders, effective immediately. And until an accommodation is provided by those with the authority to provide it, any marriage license issued by my office will not be issued or authorized by me.
While she was in jail and away from work last week, her deputies issued at least 7 licenses to gay couples that are valid. Counting down the days to Pope Francis' visit to the U.S. That will take place next week. And here's a look at his itinerary. Next Tuesday, the Pope will land in Washington, D.C. and
differently if you're putting the ad together.
Yeah.
But we're talking about it.
Right.
All right, well, what to do about the escalating refugee crisis as Germany ramps up its border protection. And
Suites is located across the highway from Tuba.
about that earlier in the show. All you have to do is go to the website charityhasnoboundaries.org, and you can upload a video message to send to the Pope. But if a joke is more of your style, you can also send that to Pope Francis. The website jokewiththepope.org lets you upload a joke online. Every joke submitted benefits one of 3 charities. The funniest joke will be given the title of Honorary Comedic Advisor to the Pope and win $10,000. Well, we're seeing some adorable video this morning showing a group of baby sea lions getting ready to head back into the wild. Here's a little snapshot. Check it out here. They're getting released from cages in the back of a boat near Lima, Peru. Over the weekend, the team of marine biologists said goodbye.
They will not go to bed hungry. Little girl goes for a little stroll in the parking lot, just enjoying the sunshine until she spots it, and she can't escape.
Coast where thousands of other sea lions.
885-2000.
I bet.
Yes, I like the life of a sea lion. We were talking earlier about the life of a cat.
Oh,
Now, the last time we were in San Diego for Labor Day weekend in the boat, we sailed by the bait barge. And the bait barge is right by the submarine base. And they're all laying around.
Oh, yeah.
They're just like on their back, on their back.
They live a good life of that.
Oh, yeah.
My father-in-law, though, has he's inundated with them in his marina.
Oh, those
Is it too much? Is it too much for him, he says?
Well, they jump on your boat.
Oh, they jump on your boat, but they're not like these cute baby sea lions.
No, the big fat
they're
ones.
Huge.
as big as this table, huge.
Yeah.
And they're loud, and they're a little scary at times.
For some
so you
reason,
don't want to get near them.
It's like Marina Del Rey down to, but they don't get down to San Diego where they get on your boat.
Yeah, these, especially the people that obviously aren't on their boat often, they're all piled up on them.
They use like fire hoses to get.
Oh my God.
Yeah, to get them back in the water.
Wow.
So, as if the drought wasn't bad enough, a dry weather, lack of rain leads to a state of emergency in Northern California. This fire over there, it's just moving so fast and erupts so quickly and violently, moving through neighborhoods, burning hundreds of homes in its wake.
I'm Elisa Becerra at the Valley Fire. Firefighters are doing their best to...
In an ironic twist of fate. And
help get the nutrition you need every...
She brought the phone to work and found the owners by using the SIM card.
Oh,
and now
cool.
they were finally able to upload the video. As you can see right here, it was worth the wait. Can you imagine that?
I was just about to say, how'd they get this video
real.
then? Oh, that's awesome.
See, don't give up because you'll find a way somehow. All right, coming up, we want to introduce you to what many are calling the world's cutest dolphin. We're going to show it to you now.
Yeah, check this out. This is Pinky, a rare pink dolphin. Never seen that. That's near Louisiana. There is some dispute over Pinky's unique coloring. Some believe she's an Amazon River dolphin, which is naturally pink, while others believe Pinky is an albino bottlenose dolphin. Either way, a watcher says he saw Pinky mating.
Keep it under control when certain medications haven't worked well enough.
Humira can lower...
Honest question, thought? No
I
comments.
guess so. I have no idea.
30 years ago, video gamers grabbed their first super mushrooms and stomped Goombas and Koopas for the first time. Can you believe it's been this long?
I know. Yeah, on September 13th, 1985, Super Mario Bros. Was released here in the U.S. along with the Nintendo Entertainment System, or NES. And as Christy Lou Stout shows us, Mario has been high scoring with gamers ever since.
Remember this? Super Mario Bros. Is one of the most iconic video games of all time. It was one of the first platform games to give players a world to explore, from the open air to the underground, even underwater. It was released in Japan in September of 1985 for Nintendo's Famicom, which would become the NES in the United States. The gaming industry in the U.S. was recovering from a crash just 2 years earlier. Super Mario Bros. And Nintendo sparked another video game boom and launched the industry's most successful franchise. Mario's adventures weren't limited to running and jumping. Today, the Mario series includes kart racing, fighting games, even sports like tennis and golf, all starring Nintendo's famous plumber. Mario was created by
Here is that if we want credibility in the region, then we've got to be seen.
Nationwide vision when you.
He has a mustache because there wasn't enough space to draw a mouth, and he wears those overalls so you can see his arms when he walked. Now, 30 years on, this incredibly simple character has become a cultural phenomenon and an enduring icon for the video game industry. Christy Lou Stout, CNN.
Very nice.
Yeah. All right, if you're looking for that $1 million dining room look on a thrift store budget,
we're talking about those wildfires in Northern California.
Man, it's really devastating, especially the fact that one person has now died as a result of these wildfires.
Yeah.
We want to see what things look like right now. So here is our reporter out there from the area, Alyssa Becerra, right on the fire's front lines.
Yeah, that's right. We wanted to give you another perspective here. Take a look at this now that the light is up. You can see just the intense devastation. I was speaking.
From navigating the best sales in town to making sure.
Assad fight ISIS. I mean, I just want to have we lost our minds? Are we insane? I mean, you literally have the Russians trying to help Assad out, and we have officials in Washington saying that this is destabilizing. Okay, so if Assad is out of power, who takes over? ISIS. Do we really think that's going to stop the refugee crisis? I mean, the United States is all over the map on this one. If Assad goes, and yes, he is a thug and he is a dictator, but he is not a direct threat to the United States of America. There's a bad guy, and there's an even more, I would say, dangerous murder.
We spoke with one firefighter who said, hey, I have never seen anything like